This dream had a very prophetic feel to it, as though this was a very ominous, kind of a warning dream. I'm going to share it today with you. I put it off for about a month. I had this dream on June 15th, and I'm going to pull that up here, and I'm about to read this to you. I believe some of this has already happened, and some of it is yet to happen. Am I saying that I'm a prophet or nothing, anything like that? No, but I have had prophetic dreams in the past where God spoke to me, showed me some things that were to come. So anyway, here you go. Here's this dream. Maybe it's for today. Maybe it's for something to come in the future. But let me go ahead and pull it up. I'm going to read it to you, and you can see it as I'm reading, and I'll add a little bit of commentary while I'm reading this. All right, so here we go. This was June 15th, about 3 a.m. when I had this dream. So last night I had a dream, and in it I was on my way home. I wasn't far from home. I was on a road, and I saw this big cloud coming up. Okay, it wasn't a rain cloud, but rather an explosion cloud. That's the way it felt in this dream, as though it was some sort of something coming toward me very rapidly. Okay, from this hill up ahead, or mountain, or whatever, this hillside just exploding towards me. Okay. It was almost like a volcanic eruption type of cloud. It was a cloud of debris and resembling smoke that was rolling in really quickly, just exploding towards me, kind of like a scene you'd see in a movie. Okay. This smoke type of thing that was headed toward my direction. It was moving fast, like an avalanche coming down a hill, kind of fast, or a dam breaking and a flood coming, or some kind of explosive force with dirt and debris. I was trying to hurry and run to get to the house, which was up ahead of me, before it hit the house, and I got there just in time. When I got to the house, it was right when this explosion cloud that was coming down the hill hit the house, and soot, debris, or dust, or something from this, the force of this, it came in through the cracks in the windows just as I had gotten into the house and closed the door. And this soot or dust or whatever it was, it settled in. I mean, everybody had this ash, whatever, on them that was in the house. Okay, so we just kind of just escaped in the nick of time from this explosion or whatever it was. So the next thing that happened was I noticed my kids were there, but they weren't adults as they are today. I have adult grown kids in their mid 20s. Okay, but in this dream, they weren't kids. They were kind of like 8 to 12, 14 ish when they were that young. Okay, that's something that really stood out to me. And then we got up, and I was trying to see where this explosion, this force, this event, where this came from, how far away it was, and so forth. So in that moment, it was like I zoomed out of the picture. Okay, almost like a drone or satellite image, like if you see this image of a drone just shooting up into the sky, and then into a satellite image. What I remember specifically seeing Texas, and zooming out further and seeing other states of the southeast. And I never did reach the epicenter of the explosion or eruption, the storm, or whatever it was. I never did figure out where it was coming from. Okay. It was like all these states were covered, though, with this cloud that was just rolling over these states. It was like a eruption, volcanic eruption, or storm, or something, whatever it was. Okay. So I'm going to stop right there. I want to show you this image. I got, see if I can pull that up. All right. So this is an image that I made with AI to try to show you what it looked like. I mean, this, when I zoomed out, this is what I saw was like the southeastern states here. And they were all like covered in this cloud that was kind of like expanding across these states. All right. Was this a storm cloud? Was this some kind of volcanic activity? Was this an attack? What did it mean? That I don't know. But one thing that's very interesting is that the epicenter, or rather where I was at when I zoomed out in this dream, I was in the middle of Texas. That I was specifically remembered. I saw the outline of the states and so forth. And I told my wife after the flooding happened in Texas, I said, "Oh my gosh, I think that God showed me this in a dream." Okay. And so let me continue reading. Let me go back. I want to read this verbatim, or I'm going to ad lib a lot just to kind of help elaborate on what I remember of this dream. Okay. All right. So where were we at? Okay, so I really felt like this dream meant something. When I woke up, I kind of just laid there in the bed, half awake for a while, asking God to help me give me the meaning of the dream. And I went off back to sleep off and on, and in and out of sleep for quite a while after that. Very much, it seemed like a disaster movie type of thing. It was either like a volcanic eruption, a disaster, or something kind of like that. The way this thing just expanded out and exploded out from wherever it had happened. Okay. It could even be representative. And these are the notes I wrote down as I was trying to figure this thing out and pray it out and so forth. And I didn't never really get exact clarity on what this meant. I just knew it was very ominous. And I believed that it was prophetic of God showing me some things to come. Okay. So I woke up, I laid there. Let's see, looking at my notes here. So it could have meant some kind of even a spiritual darkness spreading across the U.S., like unleashing of a demonic attack. It could be representative of darkness, of uh, just an impending danger coming and just sweeping across the country. Um, I'm not really sure, but it was definitely this cloud, grayish, brownish is what I remember the color to be, that just was expanding across these states. Okay, and all these southern states were covered in that cloud. Could this be natural disasters? Is that what it's representative of? I'm not sure. But when it comes to the part about Texas, I was in the middle of Texas when this thing started. When I zoomed out and looked at it, it was in Texas. There were children there that were young teens in it. This thing swept in rapidly, and we just made it safely into this house. Um, just in time. It could be representative of those floods that took place. Are there more floods coming? Is there more weather events? Or is there a volcanic eruption coming somewhere? I don't know. I don't know of a volcano in the southeast. Maybe there is. Who knows? You tell me. Uh, could this represent flooding taking place all over the southeast in the season that we're in now? I don't know what this means. I'll tell you that right now. Okay, but it definitely seemed prophetic, like this could be a natural disaster, or even representative of some sort of event taking place in our country. Okay, so all that being said, it could also be representative of something spiritual. I'm not really sure. Okay, um, but there you go. I just want to share that with you. And once again, let me pull up this picture so you can see that what that looked like when I zoomed out in the dream. And there you go. The whole southern states were covered in this cloud. Whatever it was this a warning dream? So I would just ask you to pray that God would bring protection across our nation, specifically the southeast states. Basically, that cloud in the dream only went up to about the center, or at least that's all I could see. I kind of got the feeling that it was covering the nation. So there you go.